Okay, another trade recap video from Thursday, the 7th of September. Been on this roll since about August 1st, really a little bit before that, but really getting in there. So today's trades, I think I have them up here. Two different accounts. This is the Apex Tradovate account. It's a 50K. I think I'm on day 4 or 5. I lost track. But today's trades, you can see, pretty flawless today. Really in, let's see, 6 minutes again. 6 minutes seems to be my thing. I'm up. I go for 400. I was at 581. If there's no kill switch. If I'm in a trade, it just blasts through. I think I was at 287. I must have did a little dollar cost average in a trade here. I think I got them on a chart here to get a little view of what happened and why I took these trades. Again, I don't really take the signals, although this one I did. I just turned it on and I let it go. It took this trade. Something weird happened. First contract got taken out. The second one didn't, and then it started to pull back on me. I had moved my stop under here to protect, using this zone as a little buffer, and you can see how well these zones work. My DCA adding in with this add button, I absolutely love it. Like I said, it was built for me. That's Trade Saber. Added in, this is support and resistance radar from Ninza Co. So I added in, I should have added in here, but I was a little early. It looks like there's a little tail here. It must have pulled up and looked like it was ready to shoot up going to VWAP, which eventually whereas it went. So I probably got a little antsy and clicked add right there. You can see within seconds, that paid right off. And these trades, I mean, when you enter a trade properly, you get paid immediately. If you look at the timeline on this, trade performance, something's up with the time. It's really 9:44. I guess Tradovate account is set on Mountain Time or Central Time. But if you look at this first trade right here, 12 seconds paid. The runner got taken out. This one, it looks like I got both here. But even this one was a $287 trade. It was over 10 points there. Almost 15 points in 40 seconds right here. So I was actually up 455. It looks like I traded again. I probably took one more, and that got me up over. And then I wait a little bit. Looks like the market pulled back based on the numbers here, and I re-entered again. And I think what happened, if you look, this was done at 9:50. There was news at 10 o'clock. I was trying to get done before that. I don't like to deal with that. And then the news came in. Nothing really crazy was going on. And by 10 after 10, it looks like I did jump back in again. And let's look at this trade to see the logic and why I took it. Some people ask me, how and why do you take these trades? So I was at about 10:09 and I was in at 91. Here we go. 10:09.91, which is right here. So you can see we blasted through this. And the market was down today. But, this was like towards the bottom. It was over 200 points down. And usually, if it's going to continue down, you will get a pullback, to VWAP before it blasts through again. So I knew we were getting some kind of pullback here. And once, if it didn't break this is a really strong level. If it was going to continue down, it would have hit this level and boom, slammed down, or at least got choppy in here. It did. It kind of blasted through. This was an engulfing signal. Once this signal got through, not only did it get through here, it got through this level. That was 89. Once I did that, I just hit quick long, and that was the last trade. I got taken out on this pullback. I didn't know where it was going to go, but I knew it was going at least here. It, eventually blasted through this. So that was, I only got $60 on that trade. The runner got stopped out, but you can see I was up. That got me up 605 at that point. Actually, probably a little bit more. Let me see. Yeah, 640 with that trade. And again, it's an hour off. So this was this account. Now, if we look at the full account of what I've done, I don't even know when I started this. Let's see if I go back to the first. It might have been a little bit before that. Yeah, I started it probably in August. Let's just go back to the 28th. I think it was like the 30 something. 31st was the first day. So that's one. And then I took a little break. I didn't trade on Friday the 1st. That was Thursday the 31st. I was having some data issues, so I said I was assigned not to trade on Friday, September 1st. And then continued again on Tuesday. Monday was a holiday, and then Tuesday I started again. So it was a little bit of a break from that first day of trading, which got me up 563. So 1, 2, 3, 4 days of trading. It's up 22. That's almost 600 a day. And you got to trade it for 7 days. That's why I said 400, 500, get you done in 7 days. So I'm kind of ahead of the pace that I need to hit. We'll see what happens. I don't know if I'm going to go for it tomorrow. Depends how good I'm seeing the market. But that would only be day 5, and I still would have to trade 2 more days anyway. I could do micros, but if I'm seeing it real good, I will go. It's only less than $800 away, so I'm kind of right there. But you can see the trade performance here is just incredible. If you go to the summary, this is a little low percentage for me, and a pretty big max drawdown. I think I had some technical issues here. I tried a trade copier, and it malfunctioned, and it threw me off my game. And I took some major hits here, which I normally don't take, and I probably wouldn't have taken. And they were right here. This is where the $900 came from. And it was really because of the trade copy situation that malfunctioned and ghost orders and things like that. But because you can see there's no other than this loss. And this was a legit loss that I took. It must have been a dollar cost averaging, because look, I made one trade and nailed it. So again, this was a trade copy situation. Once I realized trade copies are no good, I just got rid of it and trade only one account at a time now. Got me back on track here. You can see these losses are so small. This was interesting. I was actually done for the day here, and I think the count was like 385, and I was close enough to 400. I wasn't going to trade anymore. Well, the software, I never turned it off. It was still activated, and I had engulfing clicked. I was taking shorts here. An engulfing long showed up. I would have never took this trade, and it lost in seconds. And in 3 seconds, it lost $400, which is pretty wild because I was up 4, and I went back to zero for the day. But shrugged it right off. It was not a trade I would have taken. I was like, all right, whatever. It was a mistake of not turning off the software. I'll show you what it looks like. This long was on, and I had engulfing hit. So an engulfing is the dark green bars and the red. So whatever the engulfing was right into a zone, and it just had no shot of winning that trade. And, I'm glad I knew that. And I'm also glad that I kept my composure and didn't, yell, scream, curse, or whatever. Where'd that chart go? Yeah, so you could see that was within 20 seconds, I'm right back in. This in 1 second hit my target. So I was in an area where I knew I was going to get some movement. Like 1 second, $60 got taken out on the runner. I got another one. 7 seconds, first target, taken out on the runner. Right in again, short. The market, I was doing shorts because it was in an area that was just, I knew where it was going. Here's another one. 5 seconds, first target. This one gets through. I got the second target. It must have been in the level, took that. So right there, I'm almost got the $400 back. Looks like I continued a little more. Took 2 off right there. Probably added an extra contract there. I was confident in that one. So within how many minutes? From 03, and I stopped. In 3 minutes, I got back the $400 loss, and probably then some. Because I was at 15.20 and I ended at 15.94. So, it shows how well I was seeing the market here. And even with a malfunction or a mistake on my part by not turning off the software, 3 minutes later, I erased it and, say, well, why don't you keep going? You're on a hot streak. Well, again, less is more. I could have gave it back too. I could have had a malfunction. I could have, maybe a level that it usually didn't hold, and I got in trouble. So that's why I stopped. If I could do this in 3 minutes a day, I'm happy with that. So the next day, which actually is today, was pretty quick too. I really, again, done in, maybe 6 minutes, it looks like. From 44 to 50. And then I came back later and just, took a couple more. But again, 6 minutes was about $600. Now the other account, let me see, was this one. This is the 150K. This thing, you can see, is that it's $900 away from passing. I don't even know how many days. I think I'm in 5 days, which I was going for $1,500 a day and actually hitting it. Using a combination thing. SPY money was something I'm trying out, but it's not my comfort zone. It trades 5 contracts at a pop. I could adjust it, but that's what the template was set up. So I said, let me try it out. Definitely not how I like to trade. So I don't know if I'm going to continue with that because it's not how I'm comfortable trading. The feature of this with 2 contracts and then managing that trade with the ads or getting out when a level breaks or having my stop protected by a zone, way better for me how I trade. I'm not, I don't want to do 5 contracts in one shot. I'd rather add in as I go along. That just works way better for me. Eventually when I get, a $10,000 or $20,000 drawdown, different story. But right now with these challenges, and PA accounts, you can't mess around. So let's pull up. It was $1,000. I think it was 6 minutes, but let's see. Yeah, this is the 150K account. 1032. This time, this is Rithmic, and the timing is correct. A lot of people had Rithmic problems today in the last few days. I have not with this. So 1032, 1045 done. And that was I was really done by 39. So it's amazing. 7 minutes was up pretty much $1,000. Must have saw one more trade in my lap. And looks like 45 seconds. And, I got the first target, got stopped on the second one. So looking at that chart, these are the actual trades and where we were. So again, the first one was at 9:45 to 9:50. Took a break. There was news. Kind of watched the market. I did take one more trade on the 50K account. Then I activated this, and I did use Trade Saber with this, with my levels. The market was up. It came back down. I had 3 levels here protecting me. So even though it was a down day, I knew I was going to get a reaction. By reaction, I mean a minimum of 10 points up. I get 10 points up, I could be up 250 in a blink of an eye. And you can see that kind of happened here. I entered right at that zone and boom. Now what happens? It breaks this level. Well, where is it going now? It's going here. Trade number 2. Again, it broke the level. I was not taking any signals. I was going quick long. Quick long is 2 contracts, one off at 3 points, the other one off at 10 points, or adjusting as I go. It looks like I was taking profits quicker here, but I mean, in this quick, that's where that's $1,000 right there. In that, it looks like nothing, but look at the account. So that's how easy this could be if you're seeing everything correctly. I don't think there was a losing trade if you look at this. Yeah, this is today's trades. It's just flawless. Summary. Yeah, 17 contracts, all won. And that's after this was the second time I traded, the second account. So it looks like I got better as the day went on because I had a couple of small losses and some trade management issues, where in this one, really everything looked like it didn't even pull back on me. I never even had to add a contract in because my entries were so good. Just taking a quick look again. Yeah, nothing even pulled back on me. As soon as I entered, boom. As soon as I entered, boom, boom. I think I took another trade here because I knew it was going to this level. And somewhere around here, if you look at the timing of my trade, I took two more. I was at like 940 something, 962. Yeah, and then I waited, 5 minutes, took a little break, and you can see price shot up 40 points here. And there was a level I knew it was going to. It was 80. And if you look at the chart, I'll show you where it was going and why I took it. 80. It was here. Yeah, I knew it was going to 83. Where did I take that trade? Took the trade at 44, at 71. Another 71 here. I got stopped, I only got $50 on it, but it was a good shot for 250. I figured it was worth it. Again, probably shouldn't have traded, but it was given it to me and I knew where it was going. So at 10:44, I entered at 71. What did that look like? 44. This is why. It broke this level. I knew it was going here. And 71 was right here. I don't know where I took it, but it was probably here. It got me, but then you see, it never made it. A lot of times it shoot straight there, and I would get the 250 extra in that trade. When it didn't get all the way there, it took me out. I was not willing to chance it again, to take this move to this move, because sometimes it stops short. And just look at this, once it hits that level, or it could have easily turned around now. I was willing to take this because we were still, almost 10, 15 points away. And I was only, I get 3, I win. So I was willing to take that risk. And you see, if I would have re-entered at the level like I normally do, you're getting that 10 points probably. So that's the logic and how I trade. I think that's it. It's, one of the apex issues, I hear a lot of people chirping that about ghost orders with PA accounts. And now, there's really 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 here. This one's close. That'll be 6. And then the Tradovate is 7. I will have 7 PAs. I don't need to trade all of these. I don't know which one I'm going to trade, but I'm going to pick one of them. And I don't know if I just get that one and send it through the roof and just get my money. And, if I get it up 20, 30,000, just chuck that in an account. I don't need Apex anymore. So I'm not sure what I'm going to do if I'm going to trade these one at a time. I'd rather get rid of Apex. What am I paying the fees for? What am I giving them 10% for? So I really could fund my own account, but I went through the work of doing this. I'm going to pick one of them. I don't know if it's going to be the 150K because I love the $5,000 drawdown I got. And it's a PA. It's a PA. I get it up to 160, 170. That's my money. I probably would just get one of them and jack it up and just cancel the other ones. What the hell, This for me was for me to hone my skills without using my money. Well, I kind of got it. I hope this roll keeps going. I'm trading the best I ever have in my life, and I can't wait till it's real money. That'll be the reward. Luckily, I don't need money, but I would love to replace my DJ income with this income. So that's the thing I don't know what to do. At first I was saying I'm going to get each PA and I'm going to trade them one at a time. And then take money from here. But I might just pick one of these, get this 150 up to, I don't know, 180, 200, whatever. Take that money, dump it in an account, and goodbye Apex. A lot of people saying that orders are, I think they're called ghost orders. I don't even know what they are. That somebody even put in a Discord today that their software was shut off, the computer was off, and they have an alert on their watch that a Tradovate alert came up that a trade was entered based on their watch. I don't know how true any of this stuff is. I think it's true. These are reputable people saying these things. I haven't had that. I've had freaky things happen with Apex. One day, $600 was wiped out from my account. Again, I got it right back with the trade copier situation. One of these, I'll show you one last thing. My full trading, I have drawdowns trading the way I trade, and it doesn't bother me. But that day the software malfunctioned. Luckily, it was my 150K account. So you can see this $3,600 drawdown happened because of the trade copier situation. And I didn't blow, I was only trading my 150 at the time. I protected the Tradovate, shut it, but then while I was shutting that down, this malfunctioned and wiped out 3,600. So that way I only got a $1,500 buffer. However, I come back in, and it's in another video I think I put on YouTube, and I made 5,000 in 30 minutes, I think it was, and took this loss and turned it into a $1,500 day, which is my profit. And that's how I kind of got the 150K. I kind of saved it. And even though this malfunctioned, it was crazy. I probably should have got to break even and shut, but I was on a roll. And I turned this 36 loss into a 5,000 win, which gave me $1,500 for the day. But looking at this here, in 5 weeks, I've made $20,000. Now, if I continue this, and if I'm only trading one account, it could be a 50K, it could be the 150K. That account will be up $20,000. If I trade one more month and I get up another 20 and I'm up 40 grand, well, again, what do I need Apex for? Wouldn't I just take that money out? And I don't know the rules about cashing out yet. I guess they got rules, but it is my money. It will be my money at some point. I'll figure out those rules and, again, fund an account without Apex. And most people say you don't have to worry about ghost orders then. But anyway, that is how good I've been trading. It is 80% win rate. This was part of that malfunction, $1,000 trade, but I have $800 winner. But I can take $1,000 loss the way I trade. The biggest loss I ever want to take is $1,000 because I can make that back. And the proof is right here. Losing $3,000 and making that back in 30 minutes. Any malfunctions that wipe me out. So I'll take $1,000 loss, and if I get into a dollar cost average trade here, and this gets a little, if it busts through my level that normally holds, right? Said if I was going to go short here because it hits this level, well, what if it blasted through? Well, after $1,000, I get out of the trade and then reassess and all right, where's this market going? And then I start trading again, trying to get my money back, and normally do. So that's how I pass these accounts, having that safety net of getting out of a trade if it gets down 1,000. Anyway, this video is probably way longer than it should be, but I'm just real excited about how well I'm trading, and these videos are more for me to document what I've gone through to get here. It's been a 3-year, journey with this, and I'm here.